Hey, what's up, bookworms and constant readers? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go through my massive summer book haul. Yesterday was the autumnal equinox, first day of fall. So we'll go over all the books that I have gotten over the summer. And this is one of the bigger book hauls that I have gotten in a while. I got a bunch for birthday gifts. There was a lot of sales at Barnes & Noble and Books A Million. So I was able to pick up quite a bit. I got everything from paperbacks, mass market paperbacks, to hardbacks. So we'll start with my favorite. These are my three favorite. They're pretty cool books, especially for the price. But the price has actually changed on these from what I usually tell all the viewers. And it is these Barnes & Noble leatherback editions. So I got the War and Peace, and these are beautiful books. They come with these ribbon bookmarks, gold leaf pages, really cool covers that are really intricate covers. They look really good on the spines. All of the gold leafing and everything. Most of these, I've been saying on the channel, are $25. And that's not true anymore. The newest one I bought was $45. And talking to the girl who works at Barnes & Noble, it is because certain authors are demanding more money. And so that's why the price has gone up. All of these books used to be like $19.99, and then they went up to $25, and now most of them are still at $25, but there are some that are $30, $35, $40, and $45. I think $45 is getting to be a little too much for these. They are gorgeous books. I have a bunch of them. There's still a bunch of them that I want to get. But it just seems kind of pricey to me. Especially with some of the books you'll see coming up. You do get multiple books, but still it's kind of tough to justify $45 for one of these. So the next one was actually a book in the $40 price point. And it's still really cool. I mean, these look amazing. This is Douglas Adams' The Ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. They look incredible. They have these beautiful, inserts in them. Front and back. They come with the cool ribbon bookmark. This one you actually get all 5 books in the series plus a bonus. So this one does come with The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, The Restaurant at the End of the Universe, Life, the Universe, and Everything, So Long, and Thanks for All the Fish, Young Zapad Plays It Safe, and then you get a new story called Mostly Harmless. But $45 is really pushing it. Even though you get 5 books, I mean, this came out in like the 70s, so it's up there in age as far as books, and I don't know if it really warrants that kind of price. I would say $30, maybe $35. This one if you know anything about me or the channel, I love Star Wars. My favorite character is Boba Fett. I did spend $45 on this book, but it is my absolute favorite out of all these so far. Usually I don't buy Star Wars Legends stories because they're not part of the canon, but this trilogy is amazing. I read it when it came out, and I highly recommend it. It is K.W. Jeter's Star Wars Bounty Hunter Wars. And this cover is just incredible. There's the spine, and then the back has Boba Fett's ship, and then you get all of the stories that make up the trilogy. Again, you get the cloth bookmark, the foil leaf pages, you get the cool artwork, front and back. But $45, I think, is a little ridiculous for this. If it wasn't such a cool cover, and I didn't love Boba Fett as much as I do, I would not have bought this. Moving on with the hardbacks. I saw this one in the bookstore, and I read the synopsis, and I had to get it. It's too cool. This is Christian Clover's, they're called the Classified Dossier Volume 1, and this is Sherlock Holmes and Count Dracula. And the premise of this is Sherlock Holmes picks up a case, and his client is Count Dracula. And the whole premise behind this is Sherlock Holmes is dead, and Watson has found all these secret files that were hidden in Holmes's office. And this is the first case. There is another book coming out. I think it's in October, and it's Sherlock Holmes and Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Jekyll. So I'm looking forward to that one as well. Next is Stephen King and Richard Chizmar, Gwendy's Final Task. This is the Gwendy trilogy by Stephen King and Richard Chizmar. Next is a new book in the Star Wars canon, and this is Shadows of the Sith by Adam Christopher. This story takes place after Return of the Jedi. And then I also got another Star Wars. I still need to get one more. I'm behind on the Star Wars books. This is the wedding of Princess Leia and Han Solo. This is Beth Revis, the princess and the scoundrel. And this is all about their wedding. Next is probably one of the coolest covers to come out this year. I fell in love with this cover. My main man, my favorite author of all time, Stephen King and Fairy Tale. This cover is just incredible. I cannot wait to read this. Love it. Alright, so moving on. We'll do the paperbacks next. So, I learned about a couple new series, and I started buying some books for it. This is part of the Inspector Harry Hole series. I learned about these on Brian Lee Durfee's channel. If you haven't checked out his channel, Highly recommend it. It's very cool. He does a lot of stuff that other people just don't talk about on YouTube. Joe Nesbo's Inspector Harry Hole series. And I got cockroaches. And then I also got the bat. And they have cool, you put them together and they look really good on a shelf. Up next, this is a book that I've been wanting to read for a while. And again, Brian Lee Durfee put out a video of the most disturbing books he's ever read. And this is one of the books. I have another one coming up that was on that list. And this is Dennis Lehane's Gone Baby Gone. They did make a movie on this book. I have not seen the movie, but people that I do know that have seen it says that it's incredible. This next one is also a recent movie. My wife got me this because she said the movie was so good that she wanted to read the book, so she bought me the book. And it's Delia Owens' Where the Crawdads Sing. I know nothing about this book. They put one of those annoying things on the book that I hate. Like, leave that off, please. This next one, it was also a gift. I saw it in the bookstore, and the title is what caught my eye. And I told my wife at the time that, I got to get that book. I would really like to read it just because the title was cool. And this is Juno Dawson, Her Majesty's Royal Coven. Very cool cover. Again, this is another book. I have no idea what it's about. It's just the cover and the title caught my attention. I was like, I have to read it. This is the second book that I have from Brian Lee Durfee's most disturbing books he ever read. This was also made into a movie. I don't know anything about this. I've never seen the movie. And it's Gillian Flynn's Gone Girl. Again, I have no idea what it's about. I just heard that it's really good. And it was on his list. So I picked it up. Next, I got these from my daughters. And they're part of Darcy Coates' books. They're not a series or anything. You can read these anytime you want. But I'm trying to get all her stuff because I've heard nothing but good things. So I got The House Next Door. Most of her stuff is about haunted houses. This next one is Hunted. And then the last one I got is Darcy Coates' From Below. And speaking of Brian Lee Durfee, the last paperback book I got is part 2 of the 5 Warrior Angels trilogy. Brian Lee Durfee's The Blackest Heart. This book is massive. I am currently reading the first one. I'm about halfway through it. And wow, is it incredible. I cannot wait to do a video and tell you guys about that. Alright, and on to the mass market paperbacks. This one, this is another one off of Brian Lee Durfee's most disturbing books he ever read. I think it was off that list. I heard about the book on his channel. And it's Robert McCammon's Swan Song. This is an apocalyptic story about the end of the world. It's takes place after a nuclear war. And then continuing on with the Jack Reacher books, I got a new one, Lee Child, the Jack Reacher books, Persuader. I'm still working on finishing that series. And then I had a friend tell me about this book. It sounded really cool. It's about a haunted house that gets turned into like apartments or something. And it's Dean Koontz, 77 Shadow Street. And you also get a bonus story. I forget what the name. Here it is. You get a bonus novella called The Moonlit Mind. And it's a pretty hefty book. But I had a friend who read it who's like, this book is incredible. You've got to read it. And then finally, I have all of them on paperback. Jim Butcher, Battleground, and Jim Butcher, Peace Talks, the last two Dresden books. After I read these upcoming thick books, I think I'm going to take a break and work on finishing these because these are incredible. If you haven't seen my video on the Dresden books I've read, highly recommend it. They're really cool. If you like stuff like X-Files, you'll love them. Another new series I learned about because I watched the Netflix movie, and I've saw a couple of booktubers do reviews on these. I started picking up Mark Greenies' The Gray Man series. So the first book is The Gray Man. And then I got on Target, I got Deadeye and Ballistic. And they all have these cool spines. They look really, really cool on a shelf. And they all have similar covers. It's a guy in a suit or a trench coat running away. Another series, I learned about this, and these are the last 5 books of this book haul. I also learned about these from Brian Lee Durfee's channel. If you like stuff like Dan Brown and like the Da Vinci Code, different books like that, he says that you'll love these. I haven't met anybody that has read these, but they get really good reviews online. And this is, I forget what they call this series. Let me see. Let me see, where's... I do not remember what they call this series now. But it is a book series. And it is Steve Berry. This is The Templar's Legacy. Let me see if it says in the book what the name of this series is, because it slips my mind right now. Cotton Malone. This is part of the Cotton Malone series. So yeah, we have the Templar Legacy. We have the Charlemagne Pursuit. The Alexandria Link. The Venetian Betrayal. And then lastly, I get the Paris Vendetta. And like I said, everybody compares those to the Da Vinci Code books. They talk about how they're very similar. I haven't seen any bad reviews on those, but that is the complete book haul for summer. There are some that I bought that I didn't put in here because I don't think they'll ever be on the channel. But yeah, quite a book haul. I've got what, 5. Like 30 plus books on it. So that's all for this video. News about the channel. So we actually lost some subscribers. Not too happy about that. I would like to see the channel grow, but I don't know how to get it to grow. It kind of is what it is. But I think we're down to like 22 now. We were up to like 24. It's kind of a bummer that the channel's been going for like a year and I still am struggling to find subscribers. But I refuse to do what everybody else is doing. I'm going to read the books that I like to read, books that interest me. I'm not going to read stuff just because it is the in thing to do on BookTube. So it is what it is. As far as what's coming up on the channel, so right now I am reading book 1 of the 5 Warrior Angels. It is a huge, like 800-page book. I'm about halfway through it. I'm just over 400 pages. I've only been reading it for like a week and it is really good. That's why it's going so fast. That'll be the next video. After that, I will be reading Stephen King's Under the Dome. That one is like a 900-pager, 1,000-page book. So it's going to take a while to get through that. After that, I will probably continue on with the Brian Lee Durfee 5 Warrior Angels with the Blackest Heart, because the new book for that is coming out, I think, November. So I want to get the first 2 books read before it comes out so I can read it when it comes out and get it on the channel. I may take a break between those 2 big books and read some smaller books. It really depends on what the release date for that 3rd book is. That's all I have for you for this video. I hope you enjoyed the book haul. All of these will eventually be on the channel, just like all my other book hauls. The stuff I put on here will be on the channel. I think I did one book haul where it was it had some books that they'll never be on the channel, but people were curious, what other stuff do I read. This channel, it is dedicated to horror, science fiction, thrillers, a little bit of like fantasy, westerns, and other stuff thrown in. But mainly it is horror, science fiction, thrillers. That's what you're going to get on this channel. I'm not changing just to get subscribers. I would love to have a channel that had 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 subscribers or more. I don't think it's ever going to get there just because I refuse to do what other booktubers do. And I'm not a famous writer, so people aren't going to follow the channel just because of who I am. And you know what? I'm okay with that. The whole point of this channel is just to get people to read more. So that's all I have for you. If you've read any of these books and you want to comment, did you like them? Did you not like them? Comment below. Let me know. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. If this is your first time watching, please subscribe. I want this channel to grow. Hit the bell so you know when new videos are coming out. I try to do a video every few weeks. It doesn't always work out because I am a full-time student trying to write a thesis. So I, oftentimes don't have time to read every single day. Until next time, read more books.